Now, Man City manager Pep Guardiola has been speaking to the media ahead of tonight's game against Forest. He has denied falling out with Kevin De Bruyne and said that the midfielder needs time to get back to his best.
People say, Kevin, have a problem with Kevin. Do you think I would not like to play Kevin? No, I don't want Kevin play. Yeah, the guy, he has the most talents in the final third and the other one. No, I don't want it. It's a personal problem with him. I've been 9 years together. He delivered to me the big success in this club. But I've been 5 months injured, 2 months injured. He has 34 years old. So it needs time to have the best. And like last season happened, step by step to do it, to try to do it and feel better. And I'm desperate to have his best.
De Bruyne has not started the game since the middle of September because of that groin problem. He was, of course, brought on 2-0 down against Liverpool over the weekend and 3-0 down against Spurs the week before that. He came on, I think, 11 or 12 minutes left of the game at the weekend. Listen, Guardiola's denied that there is a problem between him and Kevin De Bruyne. How important is it that they get him back to his best, De Bruyne?
Well, yeah, I do think as well, but they're clearly managing his minutes, which is fair enough, because what you want is this period where, yes, Manchester City are having a bit of a tough time, but you want a fit Kevin De Bruyne going into this kind of Christmas period and then out the other side. So if that means you've got to take a little bit longer with him, he's not getting any younger. He's 33 years old. If you can kind of get him through this period and then he's up in the minutes, then you get him second half of the season 100% ready to go. That's only going to help Manchester City now. It feels like crisis because we've never seen Manchester City in this position, 7 without a win. He's not really been featured. He's had his injuries. You can see how it's affected other players around him, the likes of Haaland, who's like missing the service. I know he's still getting his goals, but their connection is fantastic. I just think second half of the season when De Bruyne is at it, fully fit, can play 90 minutes, he's so important. And when you think about, and that's where I do feel a bit for Manchester City, because when you think about that midfield, they're missing 2 of the best. So they're missing Rodri and they're missing De Bruyne.
So you're talking about 2 players that if you were creating a Premier League greatest team of all time, they're probably in it.
Or they'll be in the conversation, both of them, right?
Yeah.
So you take them 2 out, that just affects everything that's going on around them, because then who then becomes the 8 or the 10? They can almost pick and choose who's the other third midfield player. So, but having him back and having him back fit, I think is the most important thing. And it's not just about them now. I think Pep's looking forward as well.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because when you look at Man United in the pomp, they had the class of 92. And for a long, long time, 10 years, give or take, they had the likes of Beckham, Scholes. Keane wasn't class of 92, but players in his pomp. Gary Neville, of course. Giggsy was there as well. And you had a group of players that were above and beyond. I wouldn't say they're all geniuses, right? They're all unbelievable players. A little bit like Man City, they went through an era where they had Kompany, Toure, Kevin De Bruyne, Aguero, David Silva.
Yeah.
They had Kyle Walker in his pomp, right?
Yeah.
They had these unbelievable players that weren't just really good, they were above and beyond.
Top.
It's not just replacing Kevin De Bruyne, it's trying to replace him with an absolute superstar. De Bruyne is a genius, right? And there aren't many of them about.
No, and that's where Pep's been so good for a while now, is that he's got potential and he's got talent and he's turned them into superstars, and all of a sudden we go, oh my goodness. It's a little bit like when he signed someone like Akanji and everyone's like, oh my goodness, they only got him for how much? But then Akanji's having a bit of a tough time now. Nathan Ake, when he got him, look how well he turned him into a good player. So I do wonder what Manchester City will do in January, because I think they're in a situation, especially if Liverpool keep winning and that gap remains 9 points as it is at the minute. I think it's 9 points. Is it 9 or 11?
But what, between City and...
Yeah.
City are on 23. Yeah, 11.
Or 11 points.
Liverpool, 34.
What does he do in the January? Does Pep go, do you know what? I don't think we can catch them. Because I think he's quite honest when it comes to those type of situations. He'll go, we can't catch them. What we'll do is we'll get a couple of players in that I know next season will be ready to go. Or do they feel they have closed the gap a little bit? Liverpool have dropped points and they go, do you know what? We need to get ready-made players now that are good enough to step in and do a job. That'd be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's a big rebuild going on.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.